Jets. All that and more coming up next.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And he's coming off an injury-shortened season where he only played in 6 games, going 1-5 over that span, with just 3 total touchdowns on the year. But the Giants have a lot of confidence in him. They didn't draft a quarterback this year, and they're looking for him to bounce back and prove that last year was an anomaly.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. If you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A give, Singletary right side. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now a toss here, short side. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
And after an Achilles injury robbed him of playing most of last season, he's hoping this year can set himself up for a possible fairy tale ending in what has been an inevitable Hall of Fame career. We know it won't be easy, but the Jets have great optimism not only for Aaron Rodgers, but for the team. If he plays the full season, they believe they're truly a playoff team.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw is Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Throwing is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 2. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his target. That's complete. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Now, hang on. We've got an injured player down there, and, oh, my, that's Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Brian Daboll reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll run with Hall. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60, go!
Hall again. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Boy, two long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the second quarter now, and we've only had one drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 3.
They go right back to Singletary. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 30.
59 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Okay, here we go.
Now Jones.
The short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Second and 5.
F-18.
They'll try the left side. Tracy. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23.
Here's third and 3.
Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Rodgers now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Out route pass complete to Bellinger.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
On 3rd down, Tracy. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Rodgers.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he'll find Hall. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On play action, now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers escaping the pressure right.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And his throw here is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with a visiting Giants, I guess you could say, on top of the Jets in this New York rivalry. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case,
they've got his man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right.
That's going to be caught downfield.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
Touchdown! Breece Hall ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Jones.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now Rodgers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
A first throw here for the backup Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tracy. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Locke going to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Here's Locke to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Here we go.
On play action, Locke under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Here's Locke.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Giants have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So the Jets now down 17-14. A little under 2.5 to go.
You can't say the
Come on,
preseason isn't
Hey.
interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready.
Taylor. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now Taylor to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So a field goal on this drive ties it. Remember, no overtime in the preseason, so we'll see how these coaches elect to play this. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it.
Dragon 60. Ready.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Lock. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1, and the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. Strike. Let go.
One last shot for Taylor. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.
The players on your team earned XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's Anders Carlson set to get this one started, and we are underway here at Lambeau. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And he's coming off a season where he showed everyone that he was worth every single penny he was given. He now has 2 MVP trophies on his resume and was on the verge of adding a Lamar Hunt trophy to go with it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in his favor, but make no mistake about it. He's truly one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. As long as he's the man under center, they'll always be in championship conversation.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. He's still on his feet. Still going. Rashad Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman 72 yards.
And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Come on, set. Set, go.
On play action. Love to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. Down the left sideline. He may go.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs, 92 yards. And the Packers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
Anders Carlson now for the point after.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10.
possession. It's Jackson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action with Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first-drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Back deep is Jaden Reed.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Play action this time with Love. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Love. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. Pushes him aside at the 45. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10.
Ready. Here we go. Hunt.
Following the interception, Love. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready up.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Love. And it'll be intercepted. picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. These two teams all tied after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a second and long situation.
Real quick, ready?
Play action. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready?
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Second and 10. In motion, right one of the tight ends. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. And Jackson throwing once more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Jackson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw.
Hey, what's up, Barbara? Please like and subscribe.
Just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And they will take over first and 10. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. "35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Love looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing. Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7. Our scores, we get back at it on EA Sports.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Forced out to his left. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter.
And Watson has it right side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Set, ready.
Here's Love. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Jackson now.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time through the air. 45 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make the play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. Breaks through the contact. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now the Packers get set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Same target, it's Jacobs again. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Seven yards on the punt with no return. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 14-10, a little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Jackson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire... has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Jackson to throw. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in a row, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Jackson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now 1st and goal. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
And that nearly intercepted. A chance at a big play in his own end zone, but instead 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Jackson. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
Slide through. Come on, set. Ready?
Love looking to throw it. Watson making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Here's 1st down.
Down. Set.
Now Love.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
This ball intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.